Okay, so 80 points down in the pre-open. Let's see how it goes.
We've got the market down 1/3% after yesterday's sharp fall. We got the first rate starting to come through, and 60, 70, 75, so 23,900 around is where the market is opening at. The Bank Nifty starting absolutely flat, actually. A bit of an outperformance in the Nifty Bank, 51,160 coming through, but this is still very early. The Sensex is starting about 0.18 lower. The mid-cap index is down about 0.25%. It's a 40-point downtick now, the Nifty. So, more of a just holding pattern, sideways kind of session ahead of the big event later today. The heat map on your screen now, more down than up, most definitely. You got about 15, 16 names which are higher, and the rest of the market, of course, starting in the red. So very quickly now, 85 points lower. So that's about 1/3% or so. But let's get to stocks, Surabhi.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was about to say that we'll take this with both hands. It was just about 30-point downtake, but suddenly there's again more selling that's coming through. 80 points down again. Coal India, Reliance, M&M, Trent. These are the weakest stocks on the Nifty right now. The selling on Coal India is quite severe this morning. Okay. I think Nigel's telling us that it's gone X, so we'll keep that in mind. Trent, Reliance, Bharti Airtel, Titan. So these are stocks that are lower, but as you can see, they're not even lower by more than 1%. So it's getting offset. On the metal side, this is very, very interesting. It seems traders want to start building positioning ahead of the China announcements by the end of this week. Remember, there's already chatter about how local governments will have higher debt ceilings so they can go out and spend more. More stimulus expectations from China is getting the metal pack quite excited. There's a Britannia, Nestle on the consumer side that I can see higher. Hero Moto trying to recover from yesterday's losses. Bajaj Auto as well. And then it kind of fizzles out over there. And the Nifty, by the way, is almost turning positive. So this is looking good. The rally is today being squarely led by the metals pack. But Nigel, as I hand it over to you, the stock that we were just discussing before the markets open, look at Tilaknagar Industries go 10%. Now that's some high.
Well, that shows all the way, because the growth has been good, the volumes have been good, and the margins have been better as well. And could there be a possible diversification away from the brandy business? They've already had their hands a little bit into gin, a little bit into rum as well. Could there be another acquisition? Well, time will tell. For the time being, they're debt-free as well. So Tilaknagar Industries is up close to around 10%. Earlier today, Manglam as well had told us about Hatsun Agro. That stock is up close to 9% as we speak. So big up move is what we're seeing out there. Sharda Cropchem, that stock is up close to around 8% as well. So it's a good up move is what we're seeing out there. RR Cabell as well did see a little bit of selling post its numbers. But that stock has pulled back very, very nicely. So that one comes up for you on the screen. And let's try to, eye a couple of other names. JK Paper, those numbers were a little bit disappointing. The stock has lost close to around 4% as we speak. A quick word on some of these ferrous-related names. China's National Steel PMI rose by 5.6 points on a month-to-month basis to 54.6 in October. And that's the first time that it's expanded since March 2023. So yes, some of these stocks did see a lot of selling, but maybe part of the reason that the metal companies are pulling back could be because of this. So that's the big one that's up for you on the screen. By the way, big breaking news coming at the bottom of the screen. E2E Networks specializes in a couple of products, and I think L&T will acquire 21% stake in E2E Networks with an investment of around 1,400 crores.
I was saying this, Nigel. E2E, I think, is a company which was mentioned by the NVIDIA India CEO. Stock's done phenomenally well. I think E2E is up, if I remember correctly, some 15 times in the last couple of years. L&T is coming in as a investor in that company. We should actually try the company, E2E, and of course L&T as well. And that's an interesting diversification, if there was, right? I'm an infrastructure company.
Public cloud services,
public cloud, yeah. They work with NVIDIA, and and it was the a few listed companies and the IT services companies. I mean, if you saw the NVIDIA presentation when Mr. Jensen was here in Mumbai, there were lots of companies in that backdrop behind him when we was making this speech. E2E was one of them, but it was the only company which got mentioned by the NVIDIA India CEO. I think it also, by the way, is a company which has got investments by some Bollywood film stars. No, I'm serious. So that is, we'll have the rate up on E2E as well, but that is news which is coming up. I'll come back to this.
The rationale, because I was trying to look at
Yeah.
what the companies, what L&T is saying to the exchanges. L&T's rationale is the acquisition is complementary for market approach in the fast-growing areas of AI and cloud services. Along with this acquisition, the company, that's L&T, also proposes to enter into a software license agreement and co-location agreement with E2E networks. So yeah, maybe, I mean, L&T is all about infrastructure, and these days, I think beyond physical infrastructure, digital infrastructure is the present and the future.
And I think 21% stake for 1,400 crores, if I read that correctly. Roughly, if you look at the valuation out there, it should be in the vicinity of 5 times. That will be around 7,000 crores, I think, so approximately 7,500 crores approximately. If you go mathematically, the current market capitalization is around 8,100 crores. The stock is the listed one in the NSE. Well, it's more or less flattish as we speak. So, we'll try to get in further details. As Prashant said, it's already rallied big time, but interesting development.
Absolutely. July 2023 stock, which is a year and a half ago, right? Stock was 170 rupees, and it's now trading at about 4,800. So that is the kind of move that it has seen. Well, I'll just take 2 seconds more and just look at the market. By the way, the Nifty has come back into the green, right? We were down about 85 points, and we've swung back into the green as we speak. So 24,000 is where Nifty is now trading at. So that's a very good recovery coming through. Raymond is up. Raymond was a big swing. I mean, Raymond low yesterday was 1325, and it closed yesterday at almost 1,700 rupees. So that's a 400 rupee swing on Raymond yesterday. And today it's it's a 3% mover with decent sized volumes as well. We've got Chennai Petro, which is up about 4%. It's had a one-way fall recently. What else? Patanjali is up about 2.5%. There is RR Kabil, which is up 6%. That's the wire and cable company. So closed at 1,500 rupees yesterday, 1,600 plus this morning. Oil India is up about 2.5%. That's an exploration name. Oil's up 3% last night. Taj GVK has been coming up. From the highs of 400 plus, that was back in May of this year, to the recent low of about 200, under 300. It's trying to come back up, back about 300 now. AB, the Aditya Birla AMC business is up about 3.5%. The stock's up 3.5%. EPAC Durables, I mean, it's 3 circuits in a row. 3 days back, closed at about 400. Stock's at about 470 right now. That's a 5% move coming through. Market breadth is very positive. And you got about 1,600 stocks higher and about 600 stocks which are starting in the red. So in favor of sort of winners is what you're seeing this morning. Go